Hey guys, just wanted to show you today my little beautiful carrots. It rained really heavy last night. We had like 70-mile-an-hour winds, so I needed to come out here, check my garden today, make sure everything was still upright and didn't flop over. And I'm just doing some chores today, so I wanted to show you that we fixed our carrot problem. We had carrots growing in this tote right here this past season during the summer, and they were coming out all funky. They were actually growing around the wood chips. So when we were done, before I planted more up there, I wanted to till this all out. So we tilled this all out, we added fresh in, and I made this really fluffy. And look, we fixed that problem with these carrots growing around the wood chips. So we got a nice straight carrot. And the only way to tell you're doing this right is to pull it out. You know, unfortunately I had to sacrifice a carrot for that, but at least I know that all of these carrots that are in here are going to be pushing up really healthy, and they're going to be ready soon. So we're going to be harvesting these together, and I just want to show you that carrots need their individual space to grow. Just like, you know, radishes, you can actually clump together a little bit. They will push themselves out of the way, but carrots, you really need to separate a little bit. So we had sewed this whole tote together, and we're getting nice and big, so this is a little update for you on that. And my other carrots over there, which I'll show you. These are them short and sweet carrots. We sewed in this little container here, this short container, because these are only going to get like 4 inches long. And we gave them their own individual space. So you can see how they're all going to grow. These are a little too close together, but since there's only 2 over here and there's not like other ones around, we're good. Now there's 3 little carrots in this spot right here. And this is kind of a little too close for my comfort. So instead of sacrificing a big one, I'm going to take this little one out. This way, this way these 2, 1 carrot will grow here and 1 carrot will grow on that side. And you should be fine with your carrots as long as you're giving them enough space. Here's the purple carrot variety getting really big. These are purple carrots from Baker's Creek we planted up with you guys, and you can see they have their own space. So we're doing good, and I just want to show you how to thin your carrots out. So we have this whole tote that we sewed, and you can see just how many are popping up because it's been raining too. So I have to get all of these leaves out of here that are falling down from the tree, and then you have clumps like this. So once you sow, we made rows. I made rows. You can kind of tell how we made the rows. You want to thin these guys out. So by thinning, you can see how there's like 4 or 5 clumped up this one area. So I'm going to pluck him. This way it gives these guys space. And then there's 2 or 3 in this one area. So pick the healthiest and pluck the rest. Be really careful. You can come in here with a little scissor. It's probably easier for you so you don't disturb the soil. But I really don't find that pulling these little carrots out gently hurts your totes, the other carrots that are already in here. So I want to get a little close for you guys. You can see how these are all so close together. So we just got to kind of pick them out until we get a happy medium here with our carrots. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate and talk at the same time, and that's so difficult. I'm just going to pull this whole clump out because you can see that there was quite a bit sewn in here. So that is the amount of space you want, and that's why you don't want to pull, because you can see how this soil fluffs down. But that's good because carrots need fluffy soil, guys. They really like a fluffy soil to grow in, and they like their own space. So just make sure you're giving them their own little space. 2 in this area growing in one spot, that's no good. So we're going to take this other one, and you can see this guy has his own space now. That guy has his own space. We're going to have to pull this one, and we're going to have to pull this one. You can see these 3 are nice and apart. So you want them in a container like this. You can sew quite a bit together. Just interplant them too. You know, as these get big, we can also plant in the spaces left over. So I'm going to go ahead and thin this out a little more just to kind of show you guys what I have left when I'm done. Alrighty guys, so I took out all the carrots that were clumped together and left all the other little carrots in their own little space. Now I wanted to show you basically what I did. All the little carrots that were growing in a clump, I kind of picked around, and you can see that carrots really need a lot of space to grow. So there's a little too much in this area. I'm going to pluck that guy. I'm going to leave that one. I'm going to leave this one, but I'm going to pluck this middle one out. So I'm going to take this middle one. I don't want that because these are going to grow nice and big and have their own space, just like the rest of them. Now in this little area, we're a little clumped together. So these two I don't really care for that are right on top of each other because these carrots are all going to be struggling to grow. So what I like to do is just pick a few. So I'm going to pick this middle guy, get him out of there, and I'm going to get, see, this is where you have to make an art out of it. Give carrots their own little space. As long as you have them planted far enough apart to where they can grow and spread, you should be fine. These two little guys right here, can you see them? They're kind of close together. They're really not going to have their own little space. So I'm going to go ahead and pluck this middle one. So this end one can grow, and that one can grow over there. And we'll be good to go. I'm going to get that guy out. Go on over here, show you this other row we did. You can see they're all separated now. If you have two in one spot, you definitely want to get rid of them. You don't want two in one area because that's really going to cause a lot of clumping and for your carrots to grow a little funky. So we're going to get some of these out. Now I know you might be saying to yourself, well, why in the heck would you plant so many carrots if you're just going to be pulling them out? And that's because, you know, it's just, some might not germinate, some might germinate in a week from now and start popping up. It's just, you know, if some don't make it, at least I have backups, and they're just going to grow a lot healthier plucking the extra carrots out that you have. You're not going to miss them, I promise. It's going to make all the rest of them grow really big and just have their own individual room that they need. These are little scarlet nates in Denver half long, so they don't really get too big, but you can see how big their foliage gets. So their foliage gets really big and they're starting to shoot carrots out. You can see I got carrots growing. We pulled that one out and they're all growing really good. So we don't want to disturb this. You can see that carrot's growing right out of the end there. Lots of foliage carrots need to grow, so don't prune much off. Just prune any dead at the bottom you see. Give them lots of water. They need lots of moisture throughout their whole growing cycle, and you'll be good to go with your carrots. Give them full sun, 8 hours at least, and you can grow them in your lanai too. They don't have to be grown out in the garden. They can definitely be grown in pots in your lanai. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and it helps you to thin out your carrots in the best way possible to keep them healthy and growing for you. Feed them once every couple weeks and you're good to go with an all-purpose nutrient system. Even parts nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium is great for these guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.